Hey everybody, it's Old Dad back with Kidsource. Hey, today we're starting hour 4 of our Minecraft one-day survival map. So let's just go ahead and jump right in, okay? As I told you on hour 3 of this video series, we're working on a castle here that will be the central focal point of our village that we're working on here. Pretty much the entire map is going to revolve around this big castle I'm building up here. And I just happened to notice earlier my character's getting hungry and I have no food. So see me stalking a pig here. I'm going to go around and try to gather up as much food as I can for the next few minutes without wasting a whole lot of time. Because, you know, I definitely need some food and I'd rather just go ahead and gather up as much as I can and have that on hand. And then after we get done gathering up this food, I think we're going to do a little bit of exploring. Even though the map isn't that far along, we've found some interesting things already. One of the things we found when we were digging the deep mine is a ravine. We just happened to accidentally run into a big deep ravine underground while we were digging the deep mine. And ravines are always cool. They expose a lot of resources, and it's just a great place to harvest a lot of really cool stuff. You can always get some coal and some iron at the very least, you know, when you're dealing with a ravine, because it's so easy to just look down through the ravine and spot the resources. They kind of just stick out like a sore thumb. So let's go check out that ravine. Okay, I'm starting out here in the castle, and we're gonna explore outward from the castle. The way I like to do that is to go out away from the castle and build giant towers with torches on top of them that I can see from a long distance. That way I don't get lost from my original starting point, which is really easy to do, as everybody out there knows. If you play Minecraft, it's really easy to get yourself turned around and lost if you get out of sight of your house. So we're coming up on the ravine here. Got to be careful not to fall in it, but this is the ravine that we found while digging the deep mine. As you can see, it sort of stops at the river right there and doesn't go any further. From what I can tell up here, we got to get down in there, but this part appears to be underground, so it was just pure dumb luck that we happened to run into this while we were digging the deep mine. It was just a random lucky thing that happened. But I also noticed a cave. Let me go look around here. Yeah, that's what I thought. I noticed on this riverside it appeared to be a very large cave, and now I see it there. Definitely want to go up and check that out and see if there's anything interesting in there. A lot of times, you know, you're going to find a vast network of caves when you run into something like this, and that's always fun to explore. So I can at least go ahead and put up a torch or two in here just to get everybody started. And who knows? Well, you're not going to find much in here because it only goes about 20 feet into the mountain. But hey, it's still something interesting. There's some coal right there. Who knows? There could be other things in here when you start breaking blocks away, okay? So, the ravine is a pretty good ways away from the castle, but you can still see the castle. And like I had mentioned, the way I like to explore outward from a village that I'm working on, or just from my home, you know, on the map, is to travel away from my home only far enough where I can still see my home off in the distance, and like that. See, I see it over there. And then I'll build a giant tower up into the sky with a torch on top of it. Now, what this does is I can go much further away from my home and still be able to see these towers. And so I can even get halfway across the world here and then basically just use those towers like a trail of breadcrumbs and follow those back to my home. So what I would do is travel till I can hardly see my home, go ahead and build a large, tall tower here, and then I would go ahead and jump off of that and build another tower when I get so far away that I can barely see this tower, and so on and so on. Now, an important tip for this, I would say, if you're going to use this method when you build your towers like I'm doing here, build them near water, so that you can then, when you're finished building the tower up tall, you can jump off the tower into the water and you won't be killed. Just like that. So, that's a great tip if you're using this tower navigation system here that a lot of players use, is to build all your towers near a little pond or near a little body of water or whatever you have to do where you can jump off the tower into that water without being harmed. So, oh, look at here, I've located some pumpkins, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest those now. Are these actually going into my inventory here? Yes. Okay, so sometimes I can't remember which tool you actually use to do things with, you know. So if you harvest pumpkins with the wrong tool, they'll end up breaking, and you'll get the seeds, or you won't get anything in your inventory there. So this has been Old Dad. This has been hour 4 of our one-day survival map. Be sure and subscribe to Kidsource if you haven't done that already. And hey, be sure and shoot us a like on the video if you like the video. And I will see you next time.